Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. All right, y'all already know. It's winter time. It's time. I want me a big old bowl of beef stew. Not soup, not couple, but beef stew. What is the difference between beef stew and beef soup? Beef stew is more hearty. It's more thicker, more collapsed than a soup. Soup is more thinner and kind of, thin out. A stew, you just putting everything in a pot and just cooking it to what they call it, to oblivion. That's what beef stew is. So anyway, I'm shortcutting a little of these things because when you got beef stew, you can pretty much put anything in your beef stew. Let me show you what I got here. I got some beef chuck meat diced up. They had them on sale, matter of fact, at the farmer's meat market for $3.99 a pound. I already cut up. I just took advantage of that. So I got a couple of pounds of that. Usually I use 2 or 3 pounds. I got some potatoes cut up here, my Yukon Gold. I got celery, onions, and my mixed vegetables here. Like I said, I got carrots in here, green beans, lima beans, corn, English peas. I got all that in there. I already cut up frozen vegetables, and then I got some diced tomatoes and crushed tomatoes back there. But first thing I'm gonna do, y'all, we're gonna go to the pot here, and I like to sear my beef off first. Get a good sear on it, and then I'll take this off, and with that sear juice, I'll add my celery and onions to it. So I just like to get a nice sear on it, on my beef. Nice sear. Make sure your pot is really, really hot when you do this. You don't want to boil it, you want to sear it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little salt and pepper as well. I'm actually going to season this as well, y'all. Y'all know I like the veal flavors. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on it. And we'll turn it over and salt and pepper the other side. So I'm gonna get this seared off. I'll be right back when it's time to take it out of the pot. And we'll go to the next level. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. All right, y'all, I done started taking the meat out of there. It done seared off. And once it's seared off, all that water starts coming out of there. So what I wanna do, I wanna take this meat out of here. But we're gonna boil it anyway, so I just wanna get to see that nice sear we got on it. See that? See that nice sear? All I'm gonna do now, y'all, I'm gonna put a little oil in here with this liquid here. Turn it up a little. That's all flavor, y'all. That's all flavor right there. So I'm gonna put my celery and onions in here. Trying to get a little sear on them. Then we're gonna pour everything back in the pot here. Okay, kind of move them around a little in there. Kind of let them kind of get a little cook on them. Like I said, I can actually just dump everything in here, but I just like kind of get a little sear on these as well. See the beef here? Like I said, you just want a little sear them off, just a little. Now we're gonna let this cook a little, for about 5 minutes, then we're gonna add everything back in the pot. I'm gonna put some beef stock in there, my tomato products in there, and we're gonna let it simmer for about almost an hour, y'all. That's how long this beef gonna take, because it's a tough cut of beef. But in 45 minutes into the process, we're gonna add our potatoes in there, and then we're gonna add our vegetables and just let it stew. That's what it's called, a stew. So anyway, y'all, we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. See, I just want to get them kind of onions and celery kind of cooking there. Now we're gonna add our tomato products to this. And y'all can add whatever tomato products. You can add fresh tomatoes to this, but I'm gonna take it the easy way. I'm gonna add some. Y'all see that? That's why I always wash the lid of my products, y'all. Just for that aspect right there. The lid went in there. It's in here somewhere. There we go. That's why I always watch the lid of my cans, y'all. You never know when one gonna drop in. That's a little FYI for you. Always watch the lid of your can of your products. You never know when one drop in there. All right, now I'm gonna put some diced tomatoes in there. I love a lot of tomatoes in my stew, y'all. If you haven't saw, if you haven't noticed. Okay, now we're gonna fill this up with water. And I'm gonna put some beef stock in there as well. Use hot water so the cooking process continues. A little bit more. Oh yeah. Like I say, y'all, in this winter time, y'all, can't go wrong with beef, good old beef stew, right? Can't go wrong with a big old pot of beef stew. So I'm gonna fill this up as hot as I can, y'all. Okay, now I got some beef base here. We're gonna add in this. Put some beef base in this. Put the rest of it, only got a little left. The rest of that in there, y'all. In fact, let me put a little water in here, y'all. Kind of slosh it around here. Put it around there, y'all. Get all that out of there. There we go. Move that around in there. Now we're gonna add our beef back to this. We're gonna let this simmer, y'all, for about an hour. But in 45 minutes into the process, we're gonna come back and we're gonna throw the beef back in there. The reason I got so much liquid in here because that liquid's gonna cook down as this beef cooks. So put all that beef back in there, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's nothing better than a big old pot of beef stew, right? Big old pot of beef stew, y'all. Can't go wrong, right? Okay. Stir that up in there. There we go, y'all. We're gonna let this boil for about an hour, because that's some tough piece of beef, y'all. That beef, this here beef here is very tough, so it needs to cook a while. So anyway, we'll be back when it's time to add the potatoes. Old school beef stew. Be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. Look at this, y'all. See how that water is liquid reduced? Look at that, y'all. Now this meat is almost tender. As I told you, it's been about 45 minutes. It's been cooking. See how rich that is, y'all? Look at that. And that's stew base there, y'all. It's not a, like I said, this is not a soup. This is a stew. A stew has a little bit less liquid than a soup. A soup has more liquidy than this. But you see how rich and all that it got? Now, all I'm gonna do, y'all, I'm gonna put my potatoes in here. I got some Yukon Gold potatoes here that I kind of cut up. Put them in there. Move them around here. Get them all there. So what we want to do now, y'all, we just want to cook these potatoes down till they're almost ready. Then we're going to come back and we're going to add our veggies to this. And we're going to have a rich, thick, hearty stew, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm ready for this. I am so ready for this, y'all. So I'm going to put the lid back on here. Let this come back down, simmer. And simmer for another about 15, 20 more minutes. Come back. And I got my vegetables here. We're going to throw them in there. Let them cook about 5, 10 minutes. Reseason it. And it's going to be time to eat, y'all. Old school beef stew, y'all. We'll be right back. All right, y'all. We are back again here. Look at this, y'all. Look at this here. Oh, my goodness, y'all. This meat is almost tender now. Oh, yeah. That meat is getting very tender. So now, potatoes is almost, let me get a fork here. I don't like my potatoes just mushy. That's why I put the potatoes in right at the end. Oh yeah, the potatoes got about probably 10 more minutes to go. So that's perfect. We're gonna throw our vegetables in there now. Get them in there. Like I say, y'all, we add stuff in layers. Look at that, y'all. Look at this stew. Like I say, y'all, this is a stew and not a soup. Now, what I'm supposed to do here, I'm going to go ahead and check my seasonings. Because it's going to simmer about 15 more minutes, and then everything going to be done. But before that, we're going to check our seasonings here. And something to show y'all, put something you normally never let me see put in there. But I'm going to put some black pepper in here. This is something my mama did. I'm going to put black pepper. Then I'm going to add a little bit more salt as well. Look how meaty and hearty that is. That's a stew, y'all. That is a stew there. Okay, let me check my salt. Remember, I put that beef base in there, which has salt as well. So I don't want it to be too salty. Oh, wow. A little bit more salt. A bit more salt here, y'all. And that'll do it. That'll do it right here, y'all. This should just about do it. Alrighty, now I'm gonna let this simmer. Like I say, potatoes gotta finish cooking. They like 10 minutes away. The meat got about 10 more minutes away. And then the vegetables, of course, I got lima beans in there, corn, peas, green beans, all them kind of vegetables in there. I like frozen vegetables and corn than the canned vegetables, y'all, because it has a less salt content and they are fresher, meaning they IQF, individually quick frozen, meaning they freeze them right away when they fresh, and they don't have no salt in there like in the can. So anyway, let me let this simmer here about 15 minutes. We'll come back and we'll have us a big bowl of this. And I gotta prove to y'all how good it is. Old school beef stew. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. Look at this big old bowl of stew, y'all. Look at that. Look at that big old bowl of stew right there, y'all. Y'all know later on I'm gonna have me some cornbread and some. You can put some crackers, Ritz crackers. Don't ever use no kind of other crackers but Ritz crackers with a big old pot of stew, y'all. Don't use club crackers. Club crackers not good for stew. Can it? Let me show y'all here this big old pot of stew I got over here. See that? That's goodness right there, y'all. That is goodness right there. That is finest right there, ain't it? Goodness at its finest. Look how hearty that is. Let's say, see how thick it is? The soup is thinner, but see how thick that juice is? That's a good old hearty stew right there. So moving y'all back over here to this here. And we're definitely gonna get a little meat there. The meat is, you know, it's tender. Tender as well. Tender enough you can cut with a spoon. Try to get a good bite here. A little put the potatoes on there. Trying to get everything on one bite here. This thing is very hot too, y'all. Very hot. Look at that. Look at that. Going in. Oh, it's good, y'all. Meat is tender. Hot, y'all. Like I say, see how thick that broth is? That's natural thickness. When you're reducing that liquid down from the beef and letting it simmer, it thickens itself naturally. Look at that, y'all. Cold winter's day, cold winter's night. Like right now, in Texas, it's been raining for the past 3 or 4 days. Our whole backyard is so soggy and saturated. It's crazy. Look at that beef right there, y'all. Look at that beef right there. Nice and tender. That's what you need. Like my mama said, that cure what ails you. Right there, y'all. So, anyway, we want to show y'all a nice, quick, This whole meal took about an hour. I'm making some good old pot of beef stew. And this will feed a lot of people. I got some neighbors gonna be enjoy this, y'all. This time of year, they're gonna take a big old cup of beef stew to the house. But hopefully they have their cornbread and crackers already. So anyway, let me close this video out. If you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe, please follow me on social media accounts, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag 2024, stop wishing, start doing. Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day. And I will definitely see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a happy, blessed weekend. Love y'all.